Hello everybody, this is Conquering History Games, and welcome to a new campaign here in Hearts of Iron 4, Equestria at War. We are playing here on Windmill 1.2, and we're going to be playing one of the new countries. There's two specific countries that are brand new, at least in this menu here. We have the Falkor Principality and the Grand Duchy of Feathisia. We're going to be playing as the Grand Duchy of Feathisia, and what I think might finally be my first harmonic playthrough, although we're going to start as non-aligned. A little brief history here. Troubling times have come to the Duchy of Feathisia. Actually, we're going to skip this because there is some new stuff here in Hearts of Iron 4 Equestria at War that they've done the latest update that is pretty cool as far as explaining the context of any country that you play. And I think this is going to be really great for people who say, well, I don't watch MLP. I don't know the lore of all this. Well, they now have here in Equestria at War several tabs that you can go through here at the start. We're not going to go through all of them because, for example, this one on the far right is just a change log. But it's going to explain the context of any country that you pick, or presumably any country. Each one that I've selected so far has this. So, Feathisia, over here, or Feth. Feathisia is an ancient grand duchy within the Griffonian Empire. For decades, it has prospered under the rule of many different emperors, all while enjoying its own share of relatively large autonomy from imperial rule. Also, real quick, another new thing here. Let's go to the music controller. You can set it to have only Hearts of Iron 4, only Equestria at War, or only Equestria at War music. We're going to stick with just the Hearts of Iron, though, because I don't know what is licensed and what is not. Now, for decades, it has prospered under the rule of many different emperors, all while enjoying its own share of relatively large autonomy from imperial rule. So that would be the Griffonian Empire, which is mostly here on the right, but it is technically supposed to encompass all of these areas that are the color. As a relatively autonomous vassal of the Empire, Feathisia is proud to call itself a constitutional monarchy, with its Grand Duke Gerlach IV at the very top. A coalition between the Harmonic LDP and the monarchist FHP has ruled the Grand Duchy for decades now, resulting in a stable and most moderate political climate, unlike that of the more radical movements in other nations at this time. The radical right FNV party and the left coalition of the PVDA all have their own seats, but none of the four parties has ever won a majority of the votes. The tide is slowly shifting against Feathisia's favor, however. The rapid decline of the empire and the consequential economic crisis have severely weakened the moderates within the country. With every day of indecisiveness, radicals on both ends of the political spectrum gain more support among the populace. As a new age dawns upon the world, Feathisia will have to decide upon its own fate. Should the current coalition fall apart, all four parties have a chance to deliver the next prime minister. It would all depend on political maneuvering of the parties and deals being made. The PVDA Reds and the FNV Nationalists have their own radicals, but in the current political climate, they can never, each have their own radicals, but in the current political climate, they can never come to power. The first order of business will be presenting a new budget to Parliament, as the Ministries of Finance and Economic Affairs have both finalized their own ideas on how to get out of the economic slump. Meanwhile, we should hope nothing drastic happens to set off a crisis in the ruling coalition, so the things in red I probably should worry about. Should you guide the country well, then Feathisia will be destined for greatness. Region, so Central Griffonia is mostly flat. There's some small mountains in these areas. It's pretty moderate, if not high amount of infrastructure. It's a disunified cluster of nations. It is noteworthy that the Griffonian Empire starts the game with several vassals under their control and will be busy conquering these vassals to eventually become a strong industrial and military might on the continent. It's dominated in almost every way by the Griffonian Empire. They start with several vassals under their control, most of which will eventually leave them. The Empire can quickly reclaim and conquer those vassals, however, only to unify most of Central Griffonia and become a powerhouse industrially and militarily. Go check out my Griffonian Empire playthrough if you haven't already to see how strong they could become. As a vassal of the Empire, it's hard to avoid being crushed by the Empire, although as other nations in Central Griffonia, you are given until the mid-game to prepare for invasion by them. I'm not going to have till mid-game because I'm already a vassal. The generally flat terrain and good infrastructure of Central Griffonia provides a great spot for military expansion. However, nations will find themselves at great risk, seeing as they are dangerously close to the Griffonian Empire. Mechanics, so crystals are a new resource that are available in this. So if we go over here, there is now a 7th resource, which is needed for magical equipment. It is also needed for nukes, very important. Equestria at War, if you have not seen me play this before, every race has its own unique technological tree, so I have access to Griffin technologies, including things such as the Knights military unit, which are basically special forces for them, as well as a lot of other things. Like, so there's this, all this sorts of stuff that I have access to because my race is Griffonian. There are the development and scientific categories down here. So, for example, I'm starting with a substantial science base, which is not as good as a developed science base. So I have a minus 30% research time, although I am getting a little bit of daily political power to hopefully fix that eventually. I also have an outdated industrial sector, which is hurting me at my production efficiency cap, factory output, and so on and so forth. And finally, Nuke Changes. Nukes are actually much stronger than they should be, and they're going to suffer from fallout and stuff. Also, whenever you conquer a country, the winner of the war will get a 15% research speed bonus to any technologies the loser had, but the winner did not. And there's a lot of other AI improvements, and then this is just the changelog. So there we go. All right, we're done with that. First things first, do the new budget. And we need to start figuring out what we're going to do here. Definitely want the better guns. Yeah, machine tools and engineering. Let's take a look at our national spirits. We're suffering from mass illiteracy like most of the continent. So our construction speed and research time hurts because of that. Our economy has been ruined because Skyfall, our closest trading partner, is falling into chaos. We have Duke Gerlach the Silent, who's increasing our stability by 15%, so that's a positive. And then we have a crisis going on in the coalition at the moment because, as you can see, there is no party that has a majority. So the LDP, the Harmonious, basically the Democrats, and the FHP, the non-aligned under the Duke, are working together to have a government, so to speak. So we're going to... Oh, we don't have a lot to work with, do we? How long would this take? No, we're gonna do this. All right, got some free military factories. Well, one, and we're gonna build support equipment. Support equipment is life, and we've only got one civilian factory. I would rather that we be building that support equipment. So it's gonna be rough. We're essentially building nothing for a while here. The good news is we have a pretty nice army, although it is small. We're going to go with, we got our unyielding defender here. No, we're going to go with Rikers, though. Yeah, we're gonna stick with her. As for our general, let's go with Hendrik Sable, I think. Yeah. Who we could immediately make a Panzer expert if we wanted to. I think mobile warfare is something that is available to us. Alright, saving the economy. Parliament debated the budget today, and it was unusually heated deliberation by Feathisian standards. So we have two choices. We can rely on the free market, or we can take drastic measures. I've already kind of looked at this focus tree, just sort of gone through it. I don't know everything that's going to happen, but what I notice is when we do the laissez-faire pathway, it seems to be more event-focused, so I don't know exactly what's going to happen. So it's probably like Norway and Kaiserreich, where you're kind of flipping the coin several times. So you could potentially have a higher ceiling than if you did the government intervention, but you could also be lower than that. So we're going to rely on the free market out here and see what happens. We have access to all 4 battle plan doctrines, and they all come with a certain amount of recruitable population, depending on which one we take. And I think I'm actually going to try to do the Panzer models, because we get 2 light tank model upgrades and then a medium tank upgrade, or I should say research speed bonus. So you know, we could just have, if we have even one really good tank unit, I think it could make the difference if we're just easily piercing through anything that the Griffonian Empire is throwing at us. And it will have to be a pretty decent tank unit, because the Griffonian Empire, and not just the Griffonian Empire, but all countries here actually tend to be pretty good about making anti-tank equipment, unlike the vanilla Hearts of Iron 4 AI. Alright, and eventually we are going to have to deal with this crisis in the coalition and choose if we're going to go left or right or center, really. You know, what kind of new coalition we're going to make, or what kind of new government are we going to make, and that's going to unlock a new tree down here for us. So there's quite a lot of stuff to consider. We're actually going to reopen the Volt Academy here, because I just want to start accumulating that naval experience every day, which I think is cool, but then that's it. I just want to get it early, because just depending on how long this campaign is going to go, this might end up being a shorter one. I might just take out the Griffonian Empire and call it a day, but we might hang out a little bit longer too. We'll just have to wait and see. Alright, so we're just putting our troops over here on the border with the Griffins. The Griffonian Empire were Griffins also. What am I saying? Alright. Get some convoys up and running. Merge these up. Emperor has died. There goes Grover. Capital ship armor of Car Dorzetter here, so that's pretty good. And we're just going to patrol the North Sun Sea. Okay. Next, we need to keep working on the budget, so we're going to have to take a lot of political power hits here. I've got 100 political power. I'm just trying to think if there's anything worth grabbing before I'm going to have to get hurt by, you know, changing things. I can't do this, I can't do that. I can't go to Disarm Nation. Like, should I hang on and get maybe the mobile warfare theorists before I start spending political power, basically? I think I do want to do that. So once I hit that 150 political power, we're going to get the mobile warfare expert, and then that's it. It's time to just start plunging. All right, Heron's grand speech. Oh, well, we might have a communist wing party in the south. Extremely rare event. Okay, so we're basically getting a the FNV deputy Gottfried Heron. So FNV is the fascist branch, is giving a speech. He's inciting fury and whatnot, so the fascists are getting a little bit more popular, and it's costing me political power and stuff. I really hope I'm able to get to 150 political power, because once I start to take the rest of these focuses here, you can see it's minus 50, minus 50, minus 100. A lot of bad stuff is going to be happening to me. Then we got to rush down to the new economic policy, and I don't think it's until we pick a new economic policy that we're allowed to do crisis in the coalition. I could be totally wrong on that, though. But we're going to have probably 2 years, I figure, before we're able to... Okay, the fascists are just getting a little more popular. I think we're going to have 2 years before we need to go with to war with the Griffin Empire, probably. So we do have some time. Not much, but it's there. Let me just check something here in the land doctrines. Okay, that's what I thought. That's fine. Okay. There's also going to be a research slot waiting for me down there. Better infantry equipment in this area. We got a lot of good focuses there. Alright, so 56 days. That's going to be enough to get me to the 150. So stacking the research bonus on mobile warfare with the mobile warfare expert, we're going to be able to start tearing through this really fast. And also we're going to be able to get army experience, which is very good, because I want to get an engineering company in here. Actually, let's just go ahead and do that now, as quickly as possible. Alright, we have a land fair going on, showing off the agriculture of our nation. Gives me 25 political power. Okay, cool, so we can go ahead and do this. And we're set. Awesome. So we're going to be having to rely on world tension in order to get up to partial mobilization. So really, we might not even change our economy until we switch to a war economy. I don't like it, but it seems like that just might have to be the way it is. Okay, infantry equipment, this is still going to take too long. Support companies, we've already got that. Let's take radio, because I just don't know when else I will. Alright, so as I was saying, now it's just going to be full speed ahead on the budget. So looks like the Griffonian Empire, it's having his fight. The President Marshal against Klaus Roswing and his eye patch. United Communes down here under Antonio Proletarino is fighting Biccolini, but I think that the commune is going to pick this one up. They did control the south, which is the better area. The Griffonian Republic has survived in the north, not too surprised by that, and we're going to do some work for the Little Griffins. Public works projects will drop unemployment while incentivizing increased productivity. So we've also got Prywin out here, which was successful in its civil war, as they pretty much always are. So we're going to have 2 communist strongholds on the Griffonian continent down here. So it should be interesting to see how that all goes down. We've also got the Falcor Principality. This is the other main focus of the windmill patch. They're defending the status quo. Let's see if they're going to end up... Let's see, the following must be true. It looks like they're going to do the Wingbardy Menace, because if I think they have to do that if Wingbardy has gone communist. Right, so it's going to be interesting. But now we have got Army and Navy experience coming in daily, so that's nice. The Griffonian Liberation Army is declaring war on Prywin out here. Did I read that right? What's the current war? It's a Prywin Civil War. Alright, that must be an error because it looks like it's already over. Okay. Any command points we could spend out here? Not active when commanding an army. Right, I knew that. Anyway, we'll just stack those up. But we're going to switch them back now. I just wanted to spend some command points. Alright, and we now have some new infantry equipment that's going to get pumped out. Much better infantry equipment. We still have a deficit on support equipment as well. Let's see here. No point in working on the construction. Let's get working on that mobile warfare. At the end of the Wingbardian Civil War. United Communes is done. Alright, so work for the unemployed. We could focus on infrastructure. Oh, all these are going to cost me 50 political power. So I could focus on infrastructure. I could focus on factories and get some steel. The steel's pretty nice. Or I could focus on both projects, and that's going to really throw me in the hole. I don't think I need the infrastructure that bad. Well, no, let's focus on both. Let's do our best and have no regrets. Okay, so next up, we got the investment gamble. We could try to get a lot of these other countries in the world to help us. I think Nova Griffonia's the best chance of them helping us would probably be now. On the other hand, the bailout of the bank is going to start giving me political power right now. It's not much, though. Let's just do the investment gamble. This is going to be key to how the game is going to play out for me. It said, yeah, what's Nova Griffonia, Maryland, and Equestria. They're going to all receive notice about helping me. And I hope they do. I really hope they do. You know, maybe the trade deal opinion factor would have helped, though I actually, in hindsight, should have taken that first. Maybe it would have made it a little more likely. I'm not 100% sure if it works that way, but, you know, it would have been nice. So what I'm probably going to do is put tanks inside my knights here to help push into the Griffonian Empire when the time comes. And I'm going to try to keep an eye constantly on the decisions, because there always seems to be new ones that are popping up. And there goes all my equipment. Alright, let's get that national bank up and running now. 3,000 infantry equipment in the hole. It's going to last for over 2,000 days. Yikes. That's not good. That is really not good. So much of this stuff is just absolutely killing me. The outdated industrial center compounded with the ruined economy. It's very, very bad. The Griffonian Empire, they're about to have a religious dude take over. They've got 14. They've got 14 divisions. All right, so Commonwealth of New Maryland declined, so no consequences to that. But Equestria is accepted. That gave us a civilian factory, and they want to be my trading partner. Same thing with Nova Griffonia. So we got 2 factories out of that. Fascists and communists are also starting to get more popular, and they're costing me political power. We just gotta at least get to the sluggish economy, because almost the more important thing about the sluggish economy is it's gonna move us from outdated industrial sector to modern society. So that's gonna give me a plus 10% on 6 different factors, which obviously is very nice to have. As I was saying, we're gonna keep an eye though on the decisions, because I don't know them all and there's tons of them. All right, we've bailed out the bank. let's get that big business up and running. We're almost at 1 political power point a day. Crisis in the coalition is also going to have to be taken care of at some point. And pretty sure I need to start working on those Panzer models at some point. But this all can wait until after the economy is saved, because right now I've got 2 factories working. One of which isn't going to finish its infrastructure that's building until wait a minute. Is that right? Oh my goodness gracious, what am I doing? No. I want you building the infrastructure there. Yeah, I don't need the chromium. What was I thinking? Okay, radio's almost done. Come on. Alright. Gotta take the mechanical computing. It's not getting any better. And where do I get rid of the substantial science base? Oh, wait, that's the problem. Because in order to get rid of this, unless there's a focus for it, I need to either own the Imperial City, Skyfall, Falconia, Carthenia, Aquileia, Griffonia, Feathisia, or Sunset, which are major cities on this continent. And it looks like all the vassals just broke off. The death of Emperor Grover has left the entire empire in turmoil. His heir is too young to rule alone, and Griffinheim turned into a political showdown between these 2 parties, those that supported Duchess Eagleclaw as regent and those that supported Archon Euros. Many Griffins in Feathisia, along with the Duke himself, backed Duchess Eagleclaw and her more moderate policies. Now that the Archon has seized control of the imperial government, Feathisia has severed their vassalage. The formal declaration of independence has inflamed political debate on where the country should head now. So that's costing me even more political power. Let's keep assisting the nobility and start dumping some more in there. How much longer is the support equipment going to take? It's going to take a year. You know what? I'm going to make a strange call here, but I'm actually going to put a second factory in the support equipment, and then the rest will go here. Coalition has broken. The economic crisis and the events in Griffinheim have eroded all sense of unity among the normally so stable coalition that governs Feathisia. The Liberal Democratic Party announced today that the differences with the FHP are irreconcilable. The LDP ministers have offered their resignation to Duke Gerlach, while the FHP remains in a minority government for the time being. So now fascists and communists are going to start getting more powerful every day. Vote of no confidence. There's been a heated debate. Lost another 100 political power. Yeah. And minus 20 stability. Things are falling apart in a hurry. Well, I get to bypass the focus, right? So that's something. We're probably going to have to do the initial stabilization real quick and then come back here towards the economy is saved. Yeah, I think that's exactly what we are going to need to do. This is going to be a rough one. They've already got maybe 19 divisions. I've still only got my 7. It's real bad. There's also some sort of conflict going up here with the Brantbeek Socialist Republic. I do not remember this. Is this something new? Do they have their own faction now? Oh, it looks like they do. Well. All right. An invitation. It seems that the Duchess has once again called upon us to assist her. She believes that none of the successionist states can hope to stand up against the Archon, the Arch and his lackeys alone. We are inclined to agree with her. Furthermore, she has proposed a formal alliance between our nations. We can take them on our own. It's going to cost me 50 political power. No, we will work together. So we're going to have the Griffonian Protection Alliance being formed here in a minute. I think. Well, it's been formed, but we want to be a part of it. Interesting, this little fight here in the north. Let's see, 49 days. Yeah, we gotta do some initial stabilization. So this is out of hand. But yeah, and this is how you can access the new welcome screen, by the way. You can do that. Okay, wait. Noble donations. We've been given a civilian factory, and the Harmony and non-aligned people are a little bit more powerful now. Excellent. Yeah, okay, cool. So we've joined the Griffonian Protection Alliance, so it's these 4 countries here, which combined, in theory, should be able to take on the Griffonian Empire. But, okay, so the Duchy has the most divisions. She's got 8, I've got 7, but The trick is we've got to you kind of work together, and like, as if one goes down, it could become a domino effect really fast. All right. Could look to the left, look to the right. No, we have to fix our economy first because we're barely building anything right now. It's gonna take 7 months, yeah, because the ruined economy, before we're gonna be able to even finish that infrastructure over there. Oh, the Republic is about to spawn here in Aquilea. How's this been going? Still really short. Let's have it just get 2. Can we do that? 1,000 infantry equipment, 568 days to get that. Damn. This is a rough one. Okay, dispersed industry is complete. Let's keep it up. The research time is just so killer. That's 64%. Alright, we're done protecting the commoners, and finally the economy will be saved, and we can switch to a modern, modern nation. Right? Yeah, modern society, that's it. Support for the Farmer Welfare Act. The Harmony is more popular, and I'm getting some political power back. Okay, so we're slowly but surely crawling out of the hole. And something I'm kind of wondering right now as I play through is imagining if I had 150 more political power than I do now, because that's what I spent to get the Theorist. So is it worth it? We'll find out. I believe the Dread League also has a new focus tree. Well, the art certainly looks different. I think this is, yeah, I think these are new things for after they defeat the Arcturian Order. I guess to give them a fighting chance against the rest of the world, because the rest of the world is going to have nukes by then. Okay, the economy is finally saved, so if we just look right away here. Okay, so it's gone from it's going to be done in November to now it's going to be done in August, which is only a month away. Okay, cool. Should I snag the light panzer model real quick, or... No, I need to start making my way towards the new government, because once I take the new government, I could be finished with the governmental crisis, which is hurting my daily political power gain. And every day I wait, the fascists and communists are going to just continue to get stronger. So we are going to have to look to the left and the right, because it is going to pretty much be a coalition government, whoever ends up ruling. So let's just start getting these things done. We're probably just going to recreate the same coalition, the LDP and the FHP. But we could do like an FHP PVDA, which is sort of interesting. Yeah. Yeah, this new strange coalition will be in charge of the government for the time being. So they're communists and nobility working together. Very strange. There also could be like the LDP and the FNV, which sure would be interesting. Let's see if we did do that. Daily fascist and support. But no, we're gonna try to stick with the Harmony. And plus these are each giving me political power, which is really nice. Although, let me keep reading this. What am I? Let's see. Reconciliation efforts, fight against extremism. And then we can earn the Duke's trust again. I do want to have the Duke's trust. He's just such a nicely dressed man. Economic stimulus. You got one unit that's ready to deploy. Yeah, we're gonna stick to the plan. Do the LDP for sure with somebody else. FNV. Why can't the FNV and the PVDA work together? What's wrong with that? Yeah, we definitely want the Duke's trust. They're getting stronger. The communists and fascists were at 15% before. Now they're up to 19 each. Okay, let's get you training. How's this looking? 209 days to go still. All right, FHP done. Glad these are short focuses, you know what I mean? So we can just move right along. We're almost breaking even on political power. Can you believe it? But I think we're going to have to stop it there for today. Thank you for joining me. I'm Conquering History Games. I hope that you are going to enjoy this campaign. It's going to be very interesting to see how we do against the Griffonians. It looks like they're still kind of more or less capped at 19. They've got their own struggles to go through, you know, the modernization effort. Although they do have an attaché from the Changelings right now. So that's helping them out. But in the next episode, I'm not sure if we'll go to war, but I will see you then. Remember, if you're ever confused about what my uploading schedule is, be sure to check out my community tab, because that's where I post my most up-to-date schedules. I'm Conquering History Games. Subscribe if you haven't already, and if you really enjoy my work, feel free to support me on Patreon. A link is in the description below. I'll see you in the next one, and have a wonderful day. Bye.